Right, how's it going? We're back with another L video, and today we're going to have a quick look at the Arsenal v United game, which, just like the Nottingham Forest game, again, not fucking great, lads. It's not going well. Right, so before we actually get into the video, I quickly want to plug my website and my Instagram. I've talked about it in a few videos now, so they're going to be there. Any support on the website would be much appreciated, and just follow the Instagram. I post on there up to date on games being played, you know, videos, all that shit. So yeah, nice one. Right, so obviously first thing we normally look at when it comes to these videos is we compare the lineups between how I would have ran the team and how Erik ten Hag would have ran the team. So that's going to show up here now. So Ten Hag's lineup should be up on the screen. Obviously in goals we had Onana, back four of the low, Martinez, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka. It's pretty much as good as we're gonna get with the options we currently have. Obviously due to the fact that Shaw and Varane aren't up for selection, and there's no fucking way in any right human's mind you're letting Harry Maguire get near that starting 11. To be honest, I'd take Johnny Evans over it. At least he does shit. So we're then moving on to a midfield duo of Eriksen and Casemiro. An attacking mid in Bruno Fernandes, and then on the wings we have Rashford on the left, Anthony on the right, and up forward we're having Martial. Over here is now going to be my squad. I've pretty much ran the same thing because again a lot of our key players are out injured. You know, again, Shaw is out, Varane's out, fucking Mount's not a key player, but he's out. That's another option not there. Mainu is out. I'm surprised I'm surprised Martial didn't get an absolute wallop and then fall to the ground and have himself looking like this. Anyway, my lineup, again, pretty much the same. Only change is Pellistri over Anthony. Why, you may be asking? Well, because Pellistri actually passes. Instead of having two wingers that are basically strikers and then another main striker, I like myself someone who can, you know, chip across in being Pellistri, but I also like myself a bit of an inverted winger, again being Rashford. So that's the lineup I would have ran. Let us know in the comments, would you have preferred my lineup? Do you prefer Ten Hag's lineup? Let us know about that. Right, so moving on now. For me, I thought that game was going to be a 1-1. I thought it was going to be a draw. I thought Arsenal would score first, and I thought we'd then get another goal to square the game in like the 88th minute. I thought we'd be very evened out in the way that Arsenal this season so far have been a bit shaky. We've been a bit shaky. So I just thought very even playing field for the both of us. Right, so we're now moving on to the player performances, which I don't know about yous, watching this club is already scrambling my brain, and that shit was already very scrambled. This season ain't gonna do much for me. Never. It's not gonna help me in any way, shape or form. I'm fucked. So, what the fuck was that actually? I've lost my whole track of thinking. I think United have broken my brain. Oh, right, back on track. Player performances, that's what we were about to talk. So for me, 5 players kind of stood out. 2 of them that did well for me, and I think were by far our better players on the field, were our fullbacks being Delo and Wan-Bissaka. You know, for me, both of them had pretty solid games. I think they were pretty even. I think Delo was just slightly better. Obviously, it fucking kills me to say, because not only am I a United fan, but I'm also Irish. So this man's name coming out my mouth in a "he did well" fucking kills me. Rice did well, and I hate it. I hate it so much to say. The fella who plays for a rival team, and the fella that used my country's badge like a fucking Lidl. It will do until I can afford the good shit. It annoys me to a different level, the fact he actually did well, and the fact he scored in extra time Extra time. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous shit, but he did do well. Just like Delot did well. If you're an Arsenal fan, you have to give it to him. He did pretty well. You know, for me, him and Wan-Bissaka had very solid games. You know, their defensive work was pretty good. Their attacking work was pretty good. It was that even the balance between defensive and attacking work that nice balance between their attacking and defensive work rate, hey, I got that time and fuck up again, is exactly what I like in a fullback. So there are two that did well for me. One player that did okay, and I think he's gonna get so much shit because since coming to the club he's been a bit shaky at times, it seems. I don't think he is, it just seems that way, is Andre Onana. The thing that annoyed me most is I genuinely think he should have had the right shot, you know. Maybe it wasn't that easy to get it. Just from a viewing point, it seemed very easy, you know. He did get his hand to it, but he just didn't grip it. It kind of just fumbled out of his hand and then went into the back of the net. For me, that was it really, you know. I think he had like an average game, to be honest. There were some points he did best, some points he did meh, like letting Rice's goal go in. So I just thought he had an okay game. That's it. There's no, he did brilliant, he did shit. He just did okay. That fumble just stood out to me just ridiculously. So bad. I was like, he got down to it as a class to have scored, and then I see fucking Mr. Muller Rice running off and like, you, how was that fumbled? How? Maybe seeing Maguire walk out onto that field and knowing he's going to have to, you know, basically play as a keeper and a centre back. Maybe that fucking made him so annoyed that the rubber part of his keeper gloves melted away. So it wasn't even just solid, it was just fucking melted gooey shite. That would have helped him because it would have been sticky, and it's just, I'll stop talking because I'm going down a weird fucking rabbit hole here. Oh my fucking god, this player is getting on my last nerve, being Anthony. We paid 95 fucking, was it 90 or between 90 and 95 million fucking quid for a left foot? That is all he is a shit left foot. Does he pass? No. Does he fucking spin around like a fidget spinner? Yes. Does it do anything? Absolutely fucking not. We paid 90 million quid for a shitty left foot. McTominay mightn't be United level, but he fucking gives more to the team and brings more variation than Anthony's shit left foot. He needs to sort his shit out. Right, you're a professional footballer. Right? I get the spinny shit and doing fucking tricks with the ball. It's kinda in his DNA, he's Brazilian. That's fine. It's nice to see at times, but spinning around in circles to do nothing, it's just fucking stupid. Right? Instead of spinning around like that, how about you work on this thing called your right foot, you know, so you can actually help the team. Maybe try passing, that also helps, you know. So that's he's getting on my nerves at a different level now. It's, you've been here for a whole fucking year. It's the same shit every fucking time. Oh my god, it is driving me up the wall. Last player I quickly want to touch on, and a player I was very excited to see us confirm and get in, was Rasmus Højlund. And oh my fucking god, this guy is like if you took Wout Weghorst and made him actually good, juiced him up with shit. He's fucking ridiculous, right? It's mind-boggling. For me, I don't think he's very like Erling Haaland. He reminds me a bit more of Zlatan Ibrahimovic in that way that, you know, he's tall. That's something. He's very aggressive, and you know, will just throw people like Saliba and Gabriel. Like, they're big wham fuckers, right? They're like 6 foot something, and this man is pushing them about like it's a toddler. Oh, I'm looking. The more experience he gets, I think he's going to be something special for us. But that pressing, you know, putting defenders from the opposition under pressure when they're in possession of their ball, it's exactly what United needed. That player that can, put the pressure on. He can get the ball in the back of the net. He can actually, be physical with a defender. That's what we've been missing. Martial can't do it. He doesn't do that anymore because he's built like a Nature Valley bar. Put him off stable for a split second and he just crumbles to shit. It's madness. So I really am excited to see Highland play more for us, get more game time, get used to the frame, get used to the team. That looks very exciting. Which bringing on, talking about new signs actually. If you haven't seen, yesterday United confirmed the signing of Amrabat. I'm really excited to see him play. I think him and Casemiro against the teams like City and Liverpool will be brilliant. Casemiro for me is a out and out ball winning defensive mid, whereas Amrabat seems more like a deep line playmaker. So matching those two up with Eriksen or most likely it's going to be those two at the pivot of midfield, and Bruno as an attacking mid, that is going to be so good to see. But he does have a slight back injury, not a massive thing from what I've read, doesn't seem massive. It's very much like Highlands in the way that, as I said, it's not very bad. They just prefer to wait until it's completely gone, just to not risk it getting worse. Right, so that's the end of another video. Apologies if this background is shit. Where I normally record is currently a mess, so I'm sorting shit out there. So this was just gonna have to do for the time being. I've tried my best giving a half decent background. I whacked up 2 jerseys. Hopefully that's good enough for us. Anyway, I'm gonna stop taking any more of your time. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next one.